Greetings teams, FRC Robotics Engineer Kevin O'Connor here with a quick tutorial video for you on using the new feature in the 2016 LabVIEW Framework for selecting different autonomous modes from the dashboard. So we're going to start. I've opened up begin.vi already here, and we're going to be focusing on this part down here, this network tables right string array that's sort of in the bottom right corner of this VI. So you can see there's already a string array plugged in here with two names, alternative 1 and alternative 2. We're going to go ahead and show you, we're going to rename these to myAuto1, myAuto2, just by double clicking inside, deleting the text and changing it. And then I'm going to add a new string by clicking inside this next blank sort of light pink string right below it, and we're going to make a myAuto number 3. And click outside and you can see it becomes a darker pink, so we now have a third auto there. So these will appear, we'll pull up the dashboard real quick, these are going to appear on the dashboard in this drop down below the gyro indicator when this code is loaded on a robot and the dashboard is connected to that robot. I don't have a robot set up here right now, so I'm not going to show that part, but they'll appear in this text box right below the gyro. So we'll hide the dashboard and we'll pull up our autonomous independent VI right on top here. Alright, so this case statement is the heart of sort of what executes the autonomous code when you're running. So that string we changed, the array we changed in begin.vi will load the names into the dashboard. When you select them from the dashboard, this network tables read string in the auto independent VI will read the value that you've selected and it'll pass it into this case statement. So what we want is to have a case for each of the things we expect to select. So what I'm going to do, I want my auto 1 to be my default auto. So I'm just going to add the string in quotes, my auto 1, making sure that it matches what I had in begin. So let's pull begin back up real quick. And we can see I did have spaces, I did have caps for my and auto, my space, auto, space 1. Alright, so we match. And then I have comma default, so that means that this case will execute if the string is my auto 1 or if the string is blank or something else that is not recognized as matching any of these other cases. And I can put that first auto mode right here, and that'll be the one that would run by default if there's no dashboard running or things like that. So then I could just go and rename each of these. Again, just clicking on the text up here to select it, and then deleting and renaming. So this is now my auto 2. And I have enough autos in here now to go and just do that for each of these. But what I want to show you is when we right click here, I'm going to delete some cases. So if you have extra cases that you don't want, select them using the left and right arrows here or using the drop down, and then right click on that top of the case structure and delete this case. Alright, so now I don't have enough cases. So let's say I want to add a case. So again, I right click right on this selector up at the top, and I'm going to say add case after, and it puts my cursor right in there. And we're going to call this one my auto, oops, typo, my auto 3, because that matches the case that we're missing. So now if I click this drop down, I can see I have my auto 1 comma default. So I have one that matches my auto 1 and is also, if there's no dashboard running, what will execute. And then I have one for my auto 2 and 3. So we'll go back to our begin, my auto 1, my auto 2, my auto 3. That matches. Okay. So I run my code like this for a while, and then I'm at the event and I decide I want some different auto. We just come back to the begin VI, we add something new, we'll call it low bar auto. I go to my case statement, right click, add a case after, low bar auto. Great. The other thing that we can do, we'll delete this one real quick. let's say that the code that I have here in my auto 2 is very similar to what I want in the new auto, but just some slight tweaks. We could play around, go create the new one, copy this, paste it in, or we can right click when we have this case selected and say duplicate, and then just rename it. So now my low bar auto looks almost exactly like my auto 2. Well, right now it's exactly. But then you could go make whatever subtle edit you want here. There's some different time or a different turn value or whatever you have going on in your auto. If you want it to be very similar but not quite the same, that duplicate case can make it so that you don't have to copy paste all of the code from one into the other. So that's duplicate case. Before and after just changes what order they show up in. If you accidentally have them flipped, you could go rename one to the other, or you can just swap them using this swap diagram. But that should pretty much do it. That's how to use the new auto selector feature in the LabVIEW 2016 FRC framework. Thanks for watching.